2019 Guru Challenge, ready to kick it off here. Got the suit jacket on, but no pants, ready to roll. Now, I did cheat a little bit when I pulled up the schedule. I did see the Buffalo Bills were 4-0 in the preseason, so I already know the Super Bowl is on its way, but we'll see how it works out when I get into the picks. Buffalo Bills this year, not too excited about that. Don't know much about them. I'll break down what I do know based here off of empirical evidence. Bills are famous for losing Super Bowls consistently. They are probably the most infamous losers in the NFL, famous for that. Jim Kelly, I think, was quarterback back then, probably their last good quarterback. I don't know if he was good. He probably averaged like 150 yards a game. Vinny Testaverde, some bullshit numbers like that. He either recently beat cancer and was celebrated or died from cancer and was celebrated. Either way, it definitely wasn't celebrated for his winning. Like I said, famous for losing the franchise. Struggled to find a quarterback last decade. EJ Manuel is in and out of the rosters. But they are a defensive team. They're known for their defense. And I was thinking about this this morning before I did it. And I realized if your team is famous for being a good defense, it just means you're a bad team. They really have struggled for a long time. So this year, we're looking ahead. We got Josh Allen coming back, second year. He's a running quarterback, but he's white, so that's not a good thing. Fans are going to want him to be in the pocket passer. We got a defensive coach. Don't know his name, but I'm sure he's a big defensive guy. Funnel defense. I remember that from my DFS year last year. Very good against the pass. Oddly not great against the run, which I thought was easier to stop. But they're a funnel defense to look for teams to run the ball heavily on them. In a tough division with the Patriots, pretty much lock that in for them getting the bye, winning the division. But we'll get into it. We'll pull up the schedule, start breaking it down. One thing to keep in mind about the Bills, as the season goes on with the winter coming through, that's when they start to pick up some of the wins. So I'm expecting here they're going to pull out some close 7-10 type of victories in the snow, in the mud. We'll see how it plays out. Week 1 at New York, the Jets. That's going to be a big W for the Bills. I'm saying they're going on the road, getting a win week 1. Going to put that in the win column. Don't think the Jets are very good. Darnold, very, very prone to turnovers. Bell, we'll see how he can dance behind the Jets line. I think that's a big disaster for them all year. Get the big W, starting 1-0, 5-0 if you count the preseason, and we're rolling on to another away game back in New York, maybe staying in New York. This time we got the G-Men, going in G-Men. G-Men, I know, play the Cowboys week 1. They're coming off a big loss. They're going to bounce back. Saquon in the home opener. Eli looking fresh arm still this season. I'm sure he's got some zip on those passes. So we're going to go for a loss for the Bills. We're 1-1. Hey, we're doing all right. We're hanging in there. We got the divisional games coming up. Got our first home game, week 1. The Bengals. Bengals coming to town. Now, this is a tough one. Don't believe in Andy Dalton. But Red Rifle is pretty good early on in the season. I heard his arm probably get tired late in the season. I think I heard that from a guru. So we're going to go over W with the Bills. Got the hard-nosed defense coming in, knocking them around. Some more turnovers, winning a sloppy game. We're 2-1. We're feeling good. Bills fans trying to look forward toward that wild card, chasing it. But then week 4, New England coming back. At least we're at home, but New England rolls here. Just kind of stands on their dominance on that division. So we're another loss, 2-2. We're battling again, eyeing up that wild card position. Week 5 rolls around at Tennessee. So we're back on the road, 1:00 game. The Titans. The Titans are bums. Mariota's a bust. Can't remember anyone else on their team. Maybe they're getting back their tight end if he stays healthy. You got the wide receiver there. DFS legend. Can't remember his name right now. I'm going to say another loss there. Titans, though, they're going to run it out. Run the ball on the Bills. Funnel defense at home. They're grinding out a victory. Bills can't score enough. So we're 2-3, but we got the bye. Time to collect ourselves. Let's see what we got coming up next. Well, we got 3 homestands in a row. Now, the weather hasn't turned here, which isn't a plus for the Bills, so we're waiting for that snow to come. But we're at home against Miami. Miami, my favorite team. They're in full tank mode. They got Fitzpatrick and some other guys rolling in. Miami's a joke. Bills, I think I actually blow them out, win by a couple touchdowns. They're actually historically pretty good against Miami. And by historically, I mean I have no idea, but I'm just going to say that. So we're going to go with a W. We're floating around. We're sticking around. We're 3-3 here. I think we can all see where this is going. Second game out of a homestand here. Got Philadelphia rolling in. This is October 27th, another 1 o'clock game. Carson's still healthy for now. He's wheeling and dealing. They got the 3 to 4 running back monster, 3-headed monster rolling in. I just don't see the Bills being able to compete with that. Josh Allen, Fletcher Cox in the middle there. So we're going to go. Who's running back for the Bills at this point? McCoy's out. Frank Gore is floating around, but there's no way they're handing in the ball 20 times. He's 44 years old. I have no idea. But anyways, we're going to go with a loss. That puts us at 3-4. We're 1-1 in this homestand. Then luckily, we're at home again. This is a pretty nice schedule. We're at home again against the Washington Racial Slurs coming in. Redskins, as we know, laughing stock of the NFL. I think we saw Bills breakdown. A good job explaining that very scientifically. So we're going to go with the W for the Bills. This is where the Bills are feeling good. 4-4 in the hunt, in the mix, mixing it up. They still got some divisional games coming up. But now we go back on the road at Cleveland. Cleveland rolls there. You got all that fresh talent, all that excitement in Cleveland, and Bills are just a boring team no one cares about. So we're going to go with the W. A loss there, 4-5. But then go with another divisional game. This time we're in Miami. Later in the season, but we're in Miami. Warm weather. I don't see them beating them twice, even though Miami is a joke. Bills lose here. So now we're looking at 4-6, do or die. We're back at home. They got the Denver Broncos coming in. Denver Broncos. Von Miller's still playing there. That's about one person I can name. That's pretty good as far as defense goes. I'm thinking at home, we got the Thanksgiving game coming up next. We're 4-6. We're on a 2-game losing streak. I think they lose here again. 3-game losing streak. This time 4-7. Fans are turning on Josh Allen. Turning on Josh Allen, that's for sure. Throwing lots of picks, getting sacked, fumbles all over the place. It's not cute anymore that he scrambles all the time, just plant his feet, look down the field. Can't you be a pocket passer? 4-7, not great. Thanksgiving though, woo! Bills on Thanksgiving, that's weird. No one cares about that. But they're at Dallas. My team, nation's team. Dallas knows how to win on Thanksgiving. It's in their DNA, that's for sure. The Bills lose another one. I think this is a 4-game losing streak. This is a real downslide in the season. We're sitting at 4-8 right now, outside of the playoffs. Patriots are probably already locking in their first round bye here, and we don't have much to play for. But let's finish it out. We're at home now, with Baltimore coming in. I think we have to bounce back here after 4-game losing streak. We'll get that win against the Baltimore team that I don't know anything about. Then we're on the road next 2 games at Pittsburgh, who is always shaky in the regular season. They're going to be fighting for playoffs. That's a loss. Big Ben, Juju. Those are some players I can name. Then at New England, the second last week, it could be that they're resting their players already. Who knows? But probably lose to the backups just because Bill Belichick can beat the Bills no matter what. So we'll go with another loss there. And to wrap things up, we're at home. Got the Jets, final divisional